Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It is I, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and guess what this is? This is Money Makers Media. Yes, honey, we are doing big things. We have our new show here, and it's oh so phenomenal and fabulous. So, if you don't know who I am and what I do, I help women primarily particularly amazingly Christian women entrepreneurs get seen and get paid. Yes, honey. And so today we are going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart, and it is called marketing. And I'm going to make it so super simple for y'all because guess what? Sometimes we make things oh so hard, and it's not even that hard, child. It is not. I've been able to spend over 20 years in the field of public relations, and I've been able to take it to the next level of greatness and understand that you too, as a woman who is influential, can utilize your influence to make money. Yes. Guess what happened to me? Back in the day, and I'm going to share a couple of instances with you. Back in the day, when I actually was in a place, in a space where I had no money, guess what I did? I utilized my influence, I utilized my decisions, I utilized my dream to create cash. I even spearheaded and founded a multi-city tour called Beauty from Head to Toe Tour back in 2011 when I had a dream, honey. I didn't even have $1. So I had the dream, but guess what? I partnered with people and they paid for my dream. I did it in a very specific way, but they paid for my dream, y'all. And this is real life. This is real stuff. So I have the photos to prove it, child, and the t-shirt too. So they did that because they found that it was something in which they wanted to plant their money, right? So that is one. Beauty from Head to Toe Tour is one way in which I utilize the power to market to make me money and to get my tour funded. So, one of the additional ways that I have for you that will make you money with your marketing, and one brief example I have is when I wanted to go and work on the team of Steve Harvey. Yes, the Steve Harvey that you all know and love, right? The comedian. He had an event called Act Like a Success, and I wanted my mother and I to go. And I didn't want to pay for it. So I got to be on his team and I got to stay in amazing hotels, have an amazing time, all because I understood how to utilize the power of marketing money. That's why I call it marketing money. And I got to do that. And not only did I get to do this in each instance, not only did I get my business out there, but I got to partner with exceptional people and get their business out there all at the same time without doing any other extra work. Listen to what I'm saying. Marketing that makes you money. So that's the second time. And the third time is when I wanted to go to some training in Florida. And at that time, I really had no money, y'all. Like, none. So what I had to do was figure out a way that would get me to a space in the place of basically being a walking, talking billboard for entrepreneurs, right? And so me being able to do that, which is like not even, y'all might be thinking, what? How hard is that, Dr. Stevie? It is not hard to do. You just have to really be in a space, in a place in which you know that you are influential. You know that you're a good gram. You know that you have a platform. And even if you don't have a platform, even if 5 people know you, that might be 5 people that that other person does not know. And so what you're doing, and this is a bonus, this is something else I was able to do. And that I was able to truly take it to the next level. And I went to have my book featured. I was chosen to have my book featured in the Authors Pavilion at the NAACP. in Detroit, Michigan, before the world shut down, right? Before this whole Rona. I was able to do that. And that is another instance in which my mom and I got to go to Detroit, someplace we had never been before, and have a great hotel, have great transportation, have great meals, all because I became a marketer for businesses. And I'm not talking about a whole marketing agency. And I'm not talking about, even though I have a PR degree and I understand the power of marketing, I'm not talking about this being hard or something that you have to go to school for. And each time I made at least four figures. So that is over $1,000 just to have some easy ways in which to implement marketing. So I do want to tell you that I am having an upcoming class on this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's all about marketing. And I'm going to tell you my strategies. I'm going to tell you my easy implementable ways in which you can utilize the power of marketing and take it to the next level and go ahead and get in a space and a place where you're getting paid to be a marketer. What? Without having any prior experience. I'm just saying. So you go to Create Your Cash, yocash.com/marketing money. createyourcash.com/marketing money, and go ahead and get enrolled in this class, because you can have this money coming in right now. You can have this money coming in right now. So I'm just telling you that I have the pictures to prove it. I have the testimonies to prove it. Even something happened where I was becoming a marketer for somebody else, and they got a speaking engagement, so their business was seen, and I'm giving you my goods, something that God gave me to cultivate. So y'all better get in this class. But it is so amazing to be able to take it to the next level of greatness and understand that marketing is simply getting the word out about something. So whether it's a book, whether it's a project, whether it's a program, whether it's a person, you are helping them to get the word out. And the cool thing about that is that we know marketing costs money. So people will not look at it strange if you put a price tag to your ass. You put an investment to your ass. And this is creativity. And more than likely, you being in this classroom will inspire you to go ahead and take it to a step further. That's what many of my clients do with my classes. They take the class, they get the basics, and then God pulls it out and stretches it a whole different way. So I'm just excited about that. I'm excited about marketing because I understand the power of marketing. I understand that we are marketed to every day. We are marketed to every day. And even, guess what? If you've seen a movie or gone to a restaurant or something like that in your past, and you tell somebody about it, say, that was the best meal I ever had, or that was the best movie I ever saw, or girl, you should see that movie, then you are marketing already. But guess what the difference is? You're doing it for free. Free. You are not allowing your brand, your platform, your influence to get paid. That is crazy to me. And the moment that I understood the power of that, then I understood that, yes, I can get paid. And even when nobody knew me, I was still getting paid. When I did my tour in 2011, nobody knew me. I was not an entrepreneur for very long because I started my business in 2009. Then all through 2010, I was sick from stress. So by the time 2011 rolled around, people didn't know me. And people are still talking about my tour all these years later. People are still working with me all these years later because they understand the power and the magic of what was done. So you don't have to have a big audience. You just have to be able to take the power of what I'm going to teach you in class, the power of marketing, mix those together and create something that's sustainable and that you can utilize over and over and over again, because marketing is important. Every business needs visibility. Every business needs credibility, and every business needs cash. So you are helping not only yourself to get this, but you're dividing all the tasks for the people and multiplying that effort. Because maybe there are some people who've been in spaces and places because I got awarded the opportunity. I got awarded the opportunity to go see Steve Harvey. I got awarded the opportunity to be in the NAACP Authors Pavilion. I got awarded the opportunity to do all these amazing things, and so many people will not, cannot, shall not get to the door of it for whatever reason, but they know their business has, or maybe they have an event in Mexico or wherever when the world opens back up, but they still want their business to be represented across different places, because that's what wisdom is. Wisdom teaches you that you don't want, if you can't be somewhere, that's cool, but don't allow your business not to be in a space and a place just because you can't be there. That is crazy. We are building global brands. We are building global brands, and that is why it is like Disney. Disney has cruises. Disney has um, theme parks. Disney has all kinds of movies, products, services. Why? Because their brand is bankable and they want to be allowed to spread it as wide as they can. So that is the difference between a small business and a major brand. And that is what it is. So I'm just excited about teaching this class. Again, go to www.createyocash.com/marketing money and go ahead and get enrolled in the class, because we are going to, I'm going to tell you all my strategies. I'm going to tell you some good stuff. I'm going to tell you some good stuff so you could go ahead and get this done, child. Because listen, you're sitting on a gold mine starving to death, and that gold mine is the brilliance that you have, the creativity that you have, the influence that you have. But so many people are saying, Dr. Stevie, I don't have money. What? That makes no sense, but I understand that because I used to be that. So I understand what it is. You just need a change of thoughts. And so that is what it is. The more information you get, the more thinking you allow yourself to be expanded through, then you are going to the next level. So I'm just excited. I'm ignited. I am delighted to be able to offer you that. And I'm also excited, ignited, delighted to be able to offer you the opportunity to meet one of my clients. She'll be coming up soon in just a few moments. She is an amazing woman who is doing amazing things, y'all. When I talk about marketing, she is helping people to create the bestseller title. You know, I've been an Amazon bestseller since my book came out back in 2015, my first book, and now I'm an international Amazon bestseller. And the thing about it is that it does lead to visibility, credibility, and cash. And it also allows you the opportunity to leverage your expertise. And that is such a coveted title that many people don't have. And that is something that I love that First Lady Norma does, among all the other things she does. But that is incredible, because I understand the feeling and the proud delight that I had whenever I had my book, my first book, that was an anthology, right? You usually don't come out with anthology first, but you know, Dr. Stevie does things differently. But my first book, which was an anthology, and that was #1 on the Amazon bestseller. And then Lala Anthony, Carmelo Anthony's ex-wife, she actually came out #2. And that just was a testament about my visibility, credibility, and cash, because she has a huge platform. But the week that we came out #1, she was #2. And I have the screenshots to prove that too, because I don't play about my receipts. So anyway, without further ado, what I'm going to do is to introduce you all to First Lady Norma McLauchlin. She is amazing and just brilliant at what she does. So come on here, Miss First Lady, so we can have a quick conversation.
Okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm
there you go. We see you. We see you.
Do you see me?
Yes, ma'am. I see you. So let's have a conversation. Introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay. Well, I'm Norma, as most people call me, First Lady McLauchlin. I am a publisher, a best-selling, Amazon international best-selling author and publisher. And I wear several hats, but the basic hat that I wear right now is the CEO and a founder and CEO of Chosen Pen Publishing. And based on that is just something that I haven't always wanted to do, but I'm doing because it is a calling or mandate from God on my life to help other women to also become best-selling authors and best-selling publishers or best-selling writers or best-selling whatever it is that they want in their lives to accomplish their goals.
Awesome. And so tell us how important you think marketing is.
Well, like I tell my people, when you write a book and you leave it on the shelf, if you don't market it, you make no money. So there's nothing you can do nothing without letting people know what you have. If you build the mousetrap, you gotta let people know that the mousetrap is there. So you've written the book, you've gone through all the steps of writing, publishing, you have a wonderful piece, but no one still knows that you have it. So marketing is the most the detrimental piece for your writing. If you don't market it, then again, you make no money. You have no publicity. You have nothing. Your book sits on your coffee table, probably for your family and friends to talk about and brag about, but no one else knows about that book. And that's detrimental to the healing of other people. If God is giving you that story or something for you to write, it's always for someone else. So I tell them, you've already sinned because you have not marketed your book and let people read what you have written, because if it's from God, it is from someone else. It is not from you. It is not your right or your privilege to not market that book and get it to where it belongs.
Perfect, perfect. And can you tell us one example of how being a bestseller, because I think that's so cool, being a bestseller has impacted your life?
Well, people like I'm the person who sits behind the scenes oftentimes, and all of a sudden I get this big blow up. I'm getting people who are calling me, writing to me, texting me all the time, wanting to know if you can help me become a best-selling author. I'm going, well, where do you know me from? Where is this happening from? And they say, well, we see you out there on the internet. We see all the people that you've helped, and we see most of them have the seal or the sticker, the bestseller author on them. And of course, the word of mouth is probably the best of all, because I do get a lot of referrals from other people that I'm helping. It is just seems like over the last bit of time has really blown up, because we know that you point out all the time, the credibility of being a bestseller helps you with that expertise, and they find that that's what they need. I have several authors who did that, and just soon as they did that, they got the calls to come and speak on their topics or whatever it is that they're doing. So one of the things that I tell them, when you first start writing, you need to also put together your speaker's package, because normally you will get those invitations to come and speak. And again, that's a piece of the marketing. You have to let people know what your expertise is and that you're out there and available. So that's part of your strong marketing package as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, with that being said, how do you think being an author makes you a better speaker?
Well, I think the book makes you an expert on a particular field or topic. So for me, one of my books, my last book that just came out now, is on forgiveness. And so that's one of the people I get calls all the time to do presentations now on forgiveness. I do workshops on forgiveness. I do retreats on forgiveness. So that's one of the things that's just from that particular book has become one of my expert fields. I also just put out one on self-worth, just came out on self-worth. I just had a call from a magazine out of Atlanta asking me to do an article about self-worth and tell them about the importance and significance of self-worth for mothers and daughters. So those books give you the leverage that you need to go before an audience and tell them about that particular topic. The book gives you the credibility that you need in order for you to become that speaker, because otherwise no one thinks that you know what you know. And when people see it on paper, they think that you are, and as I say, an expert. Gives you that feeling of expertise, it gives you credibility, and sometimes gives you some cash.
Yes, yes. Yes, it definitely benefits to your bottom line, because when people know about you, they could pay you.
Yes.
If they don't know about you, they can't pay you. So
they
definitely,
cannot pay you. And we also try to have them while you are developing your book and while you're in that little phase of finishing and waiting on the marketing and all of that, to also develop your speeches based on your book and your content of your book. That you need to have 2 or 3 speeches for different audiences already prepared on your speaker sheet based on your book.
Awesome. That is so key. That is so key. And I love that you're talking about the elements because that's so important. People don't even think about the elements. Even with your book, you need to have a professional photo and you have to have certain like DPI, 300 DPI and different things so that it can come across correct because you would hate like having a bad picture on a great book is not going to be good. So what do you think about that? Think about the various elements and the professionalism.
We have to have, and that's one of the things that we teach in our very first session. I do coaching and consulting if on my big package of when I'm writing books and working with people. And that first session is please, they have to send me a professional photo and a bio. And usually we have to work on the bio, and sometimes we have to work on the photo because some people still don't know that professional, but what the definition of that is. You still get that picture of them standing outside by the front door, taken with the phone. Which I'm going, okay, I can't even crop this. I can't do anything to this to make it look like I need it to look. So that's a particular picture. And sometimes I try to do a VIP day or something like that where I bring a lot of the authors together and we do photo shoots with them and teach them how to write their biographies at the same time.
Yes, yes, that's awesome because so many people don't know how to take great photos. Like we know how to cheese. We've been cheesing since we've been little kids, but we don't know how to take branded photos a lot of times that's going to convey your brand message and that's going to be the best for whatever product or service you have. So
Right.
I love that you're talking about that. What I want to ask you in the last few moments we're here is definitely what lasting words would you give everybody?
Oh, excuse me. The lasting words that I would give to somebody would be to always think about where you're going, how you're going to get there, and when you get there. Okay, I'm sorry. My little nephew, my grandson, has actually walked up here. And don't forget who you are in the process of actually doing that. But no matter what you do and what you need to stay focused and make sure that God is giving you those thoughts and things that you have to do. I often have to tell myself to be led and listen to the Holy Spirit because he gives you the guidance and the urgings and the unctions that you need to be and to go where God is leading you to go. And to also remember that whatever that story that you have is for someone else. That story that God, whatever you've gone through in life, and I call those things your Job experiences, what you've gone through in life is not for you, but for someone else. You go through it, Job went through it, but look what happened to all of us because of the experience that Job went through. So based on that analogy, I try to teach everyone that that's the same thing that happens with us. When we all go through, that God has entrusted us to go through that. You are a child of God, and he says that your shoulders are strong enough to take what he's going to put on you to go through. And in order for you to go through that, you need to be able to stay prayed up, to understand why you're going through it, and knowing that it is for someone else. That there's someone else that will be going through something that's very similar, is not the same thing that you've gone through or going through, and that person needs what you're having to do. And the outcome, you become an overcomer. There's someone out there that also needs to become an overcomer, and they cannot become an overcomer if you don't do what you need to do. And I tell them all the time, there's someone desperately waiting for that story. You got to tell the story. You got to put this in song, poetry, or whatever, but you got to tell it because someone is waiting for their healing in order to do that. And I said, you said one thing, so I probably went ramble right around.
Oh, no, you're fine. No, I just said lasting words. So those are good lasting words. Those are good. Those are good.
Yeah, to be an overcomer, your overcoming is to help someone else to become an overcomer.
Amen. We are blessed to be a blessing indeed. And so thank you for those kind and amazing words. And I love that we were able to have this discussion about marketing because I do know that you are available to serve people who are ready to get that book to the next level and get that bestseller tag. And so what I want to do is to thank you right now and allow you to go back to waiting in the wings And thank you so much for just being here. We are wrapping up our show today, and we're so super excited. So, yes, and yeah, y'all heard Miss Norma. First Lady is what we call her. If you are looking for her, First Lady Norma McLauchlin is where you'll find her, especially in the Get Visible group. So go ahead on Get Visible group inside of your life if you're a Christian woman entrepreneur, because she's in there. She's in there. The best of the best are in there. And that is a great thing. So definitely stay connected to her that way. She will be able to tell y'all how to. It's actually a post in Get Visible group that asks y'all if you are wanting to be a bestseller. And so I told her, I said, look at all these people. They want to be bestsellers. We got to help them. So y'all, I am excited today. I want to make sure that you do go to createyourcash.com/marketing money, because it's going to be so mind blowing on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to allow you to figure out some creative ways to get some financing, because guess what? These services out here are not cheap. It's not cheap to be an author. It's not cheap to be a speaker. It's not cheap to have photos. It's not cheap to do, not quality ones. But you can go ahead and get inside this class and get you some seed money. So I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, absolutely excited to be with you today for another episode of Money Makers Media. And again, to connect with all of our guests and amazing people, just go to Get Visible group. You'll find First Lady Norma up in there. I promise you, you will. So make it a great day. Do not have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now.